Okay, I'm going to start a new project that is a conversation Hebron and I are going to have together about conversations. So what I've done so far is I've gone to projects from the main WeVideo screen. I'm going to click the blue plus sign to create a new project, and I'm going to call it our conversation about conversations. I'm going to make this a collaborative project, and I'm going to add Hebron to the project. Hopefully that part is getting familiar. HEB, press return. There he is. Add it in. I don't need any of that past media for this project. So now my project has been created, and within it, I'm going to create some video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start talking about conversations, and then I'm going to pass it to Hebron with a question. So here I go to record my screen. I'll click record. Then I'll choose that I'm recording from, I'm going to just record from the webcam for this one because I just want my talking head to send to Hebron, and I'll click next. Here I am, the right camera, the right microphone. I'll start recording now. Hey, Hebron. So I've been doing some thinking about conversations and what makes a good conversation. And I thought we could have a conversation about that and maybe see how many times we can say conversation within that conversation. I know you always like a challenge. So when I think of conversations, one of the most important things I think of is clarity. And part of clarity is speaking clearly, right? So that people know what we're saying, they can hear and understand us, but also clarity about the topic. We want to make sure that the person that we're passing the conversation to knows what they're to be talking about. How about you, Hebron? What do you think makes a good conversation? And then I've pushed stop in that recording. I can play it back if I'd like to preview it. And if I don't like it, I can record it again. I can cancel it if I totally change my mind, but I'm happy with this and I'm going to click save. So here comes my latest recording into the WeVideo pile of stuff. That little blue line underneath is showing me that it's loading. And once it's completely loaded, I'll drag it down into the video one track.
All right. So I have just received Lindsay's video, our conversation on conversations, and I've watched it actually, so I'm not going to watch it again, but I'd like to respond. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my cursor to the end. You don't have to, but it is easier than you don't have to move your clip around. And I'm going to click record. And I don't need my screen. I just need a talking head, just like Lindsay did. So I'm going to click next. Gives you a little test area. So I want to make sure my face is looking good. And then I'm going to start recording. Hi, Lindsay. That is a very interesting topic, conversations as a conversation. Got two there. Actually, come to think of it, when you asked about what I thought, questions are actually what I think is an important part of what makes a good conversation. When you ask someone questions, not only is it driving the topic further, it's showing some empathy and some care and some exchange. So one of the things that I think are important part of good conversations is people having genuine questions to ask one another. All right, so I'm going to play my response just to see. All right, I think that looks fine. So I'm just going to click save, and then boom, there goes my topic. And you'll see that it is loading there. And usually that doesn't take too long to load, especially if you have short little clips like that. So now it'll be time for Lindsay to respond and add to that conversation.
It's my turn to respond back to Hebron. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put the marker at the point in the conversation where I'm going to answer back. And of course, I have listened to what Hebron has said, and I'm thinking about what I want to say back to make sure that I'm keeping the conversation going and not just starting another one. So I've got my blue tracker in the correct place, and I'm going to go ahead and click record to respond back. I just need my webcam for this. And I'm all set up with the right camera, the right microphone, so let's start recording. Hey, Hebron, that's a really good point you made about questions. I've had people explain it to me before that it's like throwing the ball and catching it before you throw it back. Sometimes when you throw the ball, when you're playing catch, it's like you're asking a question. It directs the conversation to the other person and it gives them a place to start. I also thought it was really interesting that you talked about empathy and care and exchange when you were talking about what made a good conversation. And I think one way to make sure that happens is to try to repeat back or summarize a little bit of what the person said before you. It lets them know that you were listening, and it also helps you to make sure that you understood what they were saying because they have a chance to say, that's not what I meant, or yes, exactly. So repeating back and repeating back and making a summary, and maybe trying to connect in some way with what that person has said. What do you think? Now I've stopped the video because I've made my recording. I can play it back if I need to. If I don't like it, I can record it again, but I'm happy with what I've got here. So I click save. And when this lit up blue video has completely loaded, I will click it and drag it in to the video one track. And then after that's in there, I'll go back and add a fancy little transition like Hebron did between the last two talking heads.
I'm going to respond to Lindsay's piece. One thing that we do note is once you are done your response, it helps to close your edit. So this is what we call, we're in the project right now that we're sharing, our conversation about conversations, and this is the edit we're working on. When I'm done, it helps to close it so that the other person it doesn't have any issues getting on specific tracks. So one of the things that happened here is because I think I was clicked on a track like this the whole time, Lindsay couldn't add anything to that specific track. But you notice that she put hers in video track 2 and it works exactly the same. We'll see the transition here. All right, so it works just fine. In case that happens, you can put. But what happened, because I think I had selected an item in that track, I locked Lindsay out of video track 1. So when it helps to just close it when you're done and go back into it and keep that project. I'm going to close it just to show you. Keep this project window open, and then when it's my turn, I've got the go ahead. I can click on it and come back out. One of the ways we've been keeping track of whose turn it is just a quick email because we both know we are on our computer as well. So I'm going to respond with the last piece here. Maybe I'll drag her piece back onto the same. I just like it on the same track for some reason. I'm going to put my cursor there and then I'm going to click record. I'm going to record just a talking head, a webcam. So next. All right, that looks about right there. Hi, Lindsay. Thank you for sharing some of those ideas. I liked what you said about the ball analogy, asking a question throws that ball back and forth. And then, of course, the idea of being able to kind of concisely say back to the person what they've been talking about, just to show them you're on the same lane or same track. No misunderstandings. That kind of helps. I like when conversations connect as well. So I was just thinking about that when you were talking about making that, that ball toss analogy and and saying what the person has says is that one idea is connected to the others. It's not something that's coming completely out of left field, like, okay, I want to talk about baseball now, and I'm going to tell you my favorite player is, so conversations that are connected also build that relational connection, because there's this give and take, and I'm taking some of your ideas and I'm accepting them, and I'm sharing some of mine, and you're accepting them, and then you're adding to my ideas and I'm adding to your ideas, and so we're also building relationships that way through conversation. And I have to say, I've had a fantastic time having a conversation on conversation with you, so much so that I might even be willing to call this segment Conversation Street, if you will. All right, so that's my video. I'm going to play this to make sure it kind of is working. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'm going to save, and skadoosh, and it goes in there. Now, I wanted to add a transition like Lindsay did, and we started doing cross blur. I just want to make sure it's the right one. So I'll go to transitions, cross blur, drop it in there. I think it defaults to 1 second. Perfect. All right, and there we have it. Our conversation on conversations. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully this is something that's going to be super engaging for you and your students.